What if I told you that even the most powerful man on earth chose discipline over indulgence, purpose over pleasure, and control over chaos? Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, a man who could have drowned himself in luxury, wine, and endless entertainment, chose instead to live by the harsh, unyielding principles of Stoicism, while others lost themselves in the spectacles of the Colosseum. He turned inward, focused on duty, and committed himself to serving humanity. But here's the truth most people ignore. To live with purpose, you must learn to care less not about everything, but about the wrong things. This is where Stoicism draws a hard line. A division so powerful it can change your entire life, the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. A concept explained with brutal clarity in Enchiridion by Epictetus. Most of what you stress about, worry about, lose sleep over, is not in your control. And yet, you cling to it. You let it control you, pull your emotions like strings, turning you into a puppet, then blame the world for your suffering. But here's the shift. The moment you stop caring about what you cannot control, it loses power over you. You become untouchable, unshaken, free. For Marcus Aurelius, this mindset wasn't philosophy, it was survival. It allowed him to carry the unbearable weight of an empire without breaking, to stay grounded while chaos surrounded him. For Epictetus, it meant true freedom. And for you, it might be the difference between a life of anxiety and a life of clarity. Because when life hurts, it's often not reality that's hurting you, it's your attachment to things you were never meant to control. And nowhere is this more obvious than in your obsession with the future. As Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and that's exactly what you're doing. When you constantly fear what hasn't even happened yet, your mind creates scenarios, disasters, uncertainties, and then forces you to live through them before they even exist. You try to prepare for every possible outcome, trembling at the thought of the unknown. But life doesn't work like that. Sometimes things go as planned, but often fate blindsides you in ways you could never predict. You could spend years building the perfect future, only for everything to change in a moment. And that uncertainty terrifies you. What if everything goes wrong? What if I lose it all? These thoughts feel real, but they're not happening. Not now. They exist only in your mind. And that's exactly what Marcus Aurelius realized, that it's not the future that weighs you down, but your thoughts about it in the present. The pain of the future is felt now, not later. The anxiety, the fear, the stress, it's all happening in this moment because you're allowing something imaginary to control something real. And so, he reminded himself with a powerful truth. Never let the future disturb you, because if you can handle today, you can handle tomorrow. The same strength, the same reason, the same resilience you have right now will be there when the future arrives. You don't need to solve problems that don't exist yet. You only need to face what's in front of you. That's it. And then comes the past, the other prison you willingly trap yourself in. Marcus Aurelius understood something most people refuse to accept. The past is gone, completely unreachable. As he wrote in Meditations, life exists only in the present moment, fleeting instant while Everything else is either already gone or not yet here. And yet, you spend hours, days, even years revisiting moments that no longer exist, replaying mistakes, reliving pain, wishing you had done things differently. But what are you really doing? You're trying to control something that's already gone. An illusion. Your memories aren't even perfect. They're distorted, incomplete, shaped by emotion and perspective. And still, you let them define you. I should have done better. I wish I changed that. But those thoughts are empty. They create desires that can never be fulfilled. They reopen wounds that cannot be undone. The past cannot be changed, but it can control you if you let it. And that's the real danger. Because every moment you spend trapped in what was is a moment you lose from what is. So if you truly want peace, if you want clarity, if you want control over your life, then learn this. Stop giving your energy to what you cannot control. The future doesn't need your fear. The past doesn't need your regret. What matters is now. Always now. And in this moment, you have everything you need to stand firm, think clearly, and live with purpose. Asterisk, what if the real power in your life doesn't come from changing your past, but from changing how you see it? Marcus Aurelius understood something most people spend their entire lives missing. You don't control what happened to you, but you absolutely control how you respond to it. Think about it. The past is untouchable. You couldn't control it then, and you certainly can't control it now. The pain, the failures, the betrayals, the missed opportunities, they're all locked away in time. But here's where Marcus Aurelius separates the strong from the weak. Instead of obsessing over events, he focused on his reaction to them. You may have had a difficult childhood, lost people you loved, or watched your plans collapse right in front of you. And yes, at first, it feels unfortunate. It feels unfair. But Marcus flips the perspective in a way that hits hard. What if it's not unfortunate that it happened, but fortunate that it didn't break you, that you're still here, still standing, still capable of thinking, acting, and choosing who you become next? Because the truth is, it could have happened to anyone, but not everyone would have survived it with their character intact. And that's your power. He challenges you to ask yourself, did this event strip away your ability to act with integrity, with discipline, with honesty, with courage? If not, then has it really harmed you in the way you think it has? Or are you just labeling it as misfortune out of habit? Because real damage isn't what happens to you, it's what happens inside you. And if your values are still standing, then you're stronger than the event itself. But Marcus doesn't completely dismiss the past either. He saw patterns in it's the rhythm of life. Things rise, fall, repeat. Success, failure, gain, loss, it's all part of a cycle. And if you're wise, you don't get trapped in the past. You learn from it. You observe it. You use it as a guide without becoming its prisoner. And then there's the present. The only place where your life is actually happening. In his writings, especially in meditations, Marcus Aurelius keeps coming back to this truth. The present moment is all you truly have. It's your entire field of control. And yet, even when you let go of the past and stop fearing the future, You still suffer because you resist what's happening right now. Life doesn't go your way, and you get frustrated. Things don't match your expectations, and you get angry, anxious, or depressed. But Marcus makes it brutally clear, being disturbed by what you cannot control is pointless. The world unfolds on its own terms, not yours. You cannot stop wars from happening. You cannot stop time from aging your body. You cannot force people to love you, agree with you, or treat you fairly. And yet, you keep fighting reality, as if your frustration will somehow change it. It won't, and in that resistance, you turn the present moment into a battlefield, a place where you suffer not because of what's happening, but because you refuse to accept it. Marcus even compares this struggle to pigs squealing when being sacrificed, harsh but honest. Because complaining, resisting, and fighting what's inevitable doesn't free you, it traps you. But here's the shift. The moment you accept reality as it is, you take your power back. Not by controlling the world, but by mastering yourself within it. Because what's actually yours has been right in front of you the whole time. Your choices, your actions, your mindset. That's your domain. That's your control. And Marcus pushes this even further. He says, don't just endure the present, learn to appreciate it. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. But be careful, don't become so attached that you fear losing it. Because that's just another form of slavery. Whether you resist life or cling to it too tightly, you're still letting it control you. True freedom comes from balance, from engaging with life without depending on it for your peace. And yes, this is hard. Especially when life keeps hitting you over and over again, when nothing seems to go your way, when you're tired, when you just want a break. But Marcus Aurelius didn't see adversity as a punishment, he saw it as training, a chance to practice virtue, a chance to apply discipline, patience, resilience, because in the end, the quality of your life isn't determined by how easy it is. It's determined by how you respond to what happens. That's the real art of living. Not controlling circumstances, but mastering your reaction to them. As Marcus said, every moment, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to act with reason, with strength, with purpose. So the question isn't, why is this happening to me? The real question is, who am I choosing to be because of it? Because that is something no past, no future, and no force in this world can ever take away from you. And at the end of all this, remember this. Your life is not defined by what has happened to you, what might happen to you, or even what is happening around you right now. Is defined by how you choose to respond. Marcus Aurelius didn't become great because life was easy for him. He became great because he mastered himself in the middle of chaos. And you have that same power within you. Right now, in this very moment, you don't need a perfect past. You don't need a guaranteed future. You don't need ideal circumstances. All you need is the courage to stand firm, the discipline to act with purpose, and the wisdom to let go of what you cannot control. So stop looking back with regret, stop looking forward with fear, and stop fighting the present moment as if it's your enemy. This moment is your battlefield, and your opportunity. Own your thoughts. Master your actions. Live with intention. Because when you do that, nothing in this world can truly disturb you. And that is what it means to be unstoppable.